YouTube channel Nos Confunden. Have the ancestral humans returned in the not-so-distant past to bring us wisdom? Did the known avatars of human history exist? Were they perhaps the ones who came from beyond the Antarctic ice walls? The era of the higher-rank portal refers to that age when the humans living beyond Antarctica opened a passage portal to re-enter their lands of origin with a specific mission, in reality, many at once. Could it be possible to impart knowledge for exponential spiritual growth? And at the same time, to reveal the importance of their earthly journey, their central mission, and the knowledge about their surroundings, the worlds around them, the ice walls that enclose them, which are part of a colony of parasitic colonizers who manipulate their environment and create confusion around them for their own benefit and sustenance. YouTube channel Nos Confunden. There are so many questions, but we will address each one of them in this video to clarify the human past, which is not so distant in time, and which has been manipulated so much by the filthy parasitic hands that today it is almost impossible to dive into this swamp without getting stained with confusion, and unfortunately, with all the innocent blood that has been spilled over the centuries during the colonization that humanity has suffered. As we have mentioned in many previous videos and books, humanity was born in Asgard, with a connection through a portal to Hyperborea, the center of the known continents, and its bases extended towards Atlantis and Lemuria. When the nascent humanity was advancing both in spiritual growth and technological development to finally confront the colonizers, custodians, Anunnaki, and Nibirans, they were surprised too soon, and the mission ended up failing. Channel Nos Confunden. When humanity fell to the custodians, the plan of humanity also completely fell apart. Thus, a long time would pass where humanity would remain asleep regarding its initial and most important objective. With the help of various beings that came from other worlds around ours, and I mean literally around us, not distant spheres floating in outer space, but lands that surround ours in the different oceans and environments existing in TERRA-INFINITA. Humanity then began a process of rediscovery in the different existing eras prior to each reset carried out by the colonizers to interrupt this development and prevent losing control of their most prized colony. YouTube channel Nos Confunden. With the exception of the era of Great Tartary, where the Anakim giants mingled with the humanity of the 6th generation, also known as the Great Tartary Empire. At that time, humanity had more time for development and built a great empire of ancestral technology brought by the Anakim giants, who managed to confront the custodians, although again unsuccessfully. In this way, many of the Anakim giant humans and ancestral humans escaped through the southern passage known as Morris, towards the lands beyond the ice barriers. Now, having reached this point, it is important to emphasize that during this last era, the ancestral humans who are in lands called ancestral lands and the Anakim of the lands of Shiki also suffered several attacks by the custodians and Anunnaki, although this time the giants managed to repel these attacks satisfactorily. On the other side of the ice walls, a process began to attempt to free the new human being, or at least a large part of them, so that the humans who were born after the last reset following the War of the Giants against the Custodians and Anunnaki faced a unique moment in history, where a surviving part of a past humanity would seek to re-enter their lands of origin to provide the necessary knowledge and help them escape from the parasitic colonizing hands.
YouTube channel Nos Confunden.
The first step was the creation of a portal called Higher-Rank Portal, with the help of Cassiopean technology. In this way, many ancestral humans began a transition between lands to bring as much information as possible without causing any imbalance that the colonizers could perceive as critical to initiate another reset. Thus, cautiously, they began to provide information about spiritual growth and its importance. They also sought to block all custodial manipulation and emphasize the infinite spiritual potential that every human being possesses.
YouTube channel Nos Confunden.
Thus, great ancestral spiritual masters began to make contact with the new humanity and embarked on a thorny path to provide pure knowledge about human souls, love, and empathy. Unfortunately, this would not last long, and the custodians would begin to manipulate the messages, persecute, imprison, and worse to all those avatars who had come from the distant lands behind the frozen walls.
Nos Confunden.
Today there are still stories in ancient books about these great masters, but most of their words were altered, their core messages distorted, and the nucleus of the knowledge would be lost. Many of the great masters returned to the lands behind Antarctica after the persecution erupted, while others remained within the walled lands. The Higher-Rank portal would also be exposed, and the alarm would sound to this day. In this way, part of humanity would be used to guard the Antarctic Circle with military bases equipped with custodial technology, radars that cause earthquakes, and other types of technology to cover the length and breadth of those walls and the division of the first dome.
YouTube channel Nos Confunden.